A very good morning to all of you. Now, today we are going to understand one more experiment, and that is arranging a block of 5 bytes of data in the ascending order from the same location. Now, in this case, we will be using a bubble sort. It means that one molecule will collide with another molecule, and if the first molecule is higher than the second molecule, so there will be an exchange of the molecules. So now in this case, we are having the 5 bytes of data, that is 05, 04, 03, 02, and 01. Now this is arranged in the descending order. Now in our case, we have to arrange this 5 bytes of data in the ascending order. It means that 01 should come first, then 02, then 03, then 04, and 05. Now you are seeing there are two formulas, that is number of iteration and number of comparisons in the iterations. So we'll be seeing this later. Now in the first iteration you can see that it means that your 01 should come first. Now see, when 05 will be compared with the 04, so what is going to happen? Your 05 is higher than the 04. It means that they will exchange their location or the position. So now you can see, so when you have compared your first data with the second data, and if you found that your first data is higher than your second data, it means there will be an exchange of the two datas. So you see here 04 and 05, they have changed their position or the location. Now this second molecule will be compared with the third molecule. Now in this case again you can see 05 is higher than the 03. It means that there will be an exchange of the data. So 03 will come here and 05 will go here. Now this third molecule will be compared with the fourth molecule and there will be exchange of data. So 02 will come here and 05 will come here. Now similarly this one will be compared with your fifth molecule and there will be exchange of data. Why? Because 05 is higher than the 01. So this is about your first iteration. So now after the completion of first iteration, what you have concluded or observed that your highest number is coming in the right direction, that it is coming afterwards. Now in the second iteration, we want this 04 should come just before 05. So again, you will have to compare the first molecule with the second molecule. Now in this case, 04 is higher than the second molecule. So 04 will come in the second position. Now there is a comparison between the second position and the third position. So again, you will have to compare. So 02 will come here and 04 will come here. Fine. So now this third one will be compared with the 01. So now you got your desired result, that is 04 is coming just before your 05. So this is about the second iteration. Now in the third iteration, you will have to compare your first molecule again with the second molecule. After comparison, 03 will come in the second position. Then it is compared with the third molecule and it will come here. Now it will again compare with your fourth molecule. But in this case, 03 is lower. So there will be no exchange of data. It means that there will be no swapping of the data. Now in the fourth one, that is in the fourth iteration, the 02 will be compared with 01. So there will be exchange of data. Why? Because 02 is higher than the 01. So 01 will come first and then 02. Now this will be compared with the 03. So you see 02 is lower than the 03. So there will be no exchange or the swapping of data. Now your third molecule will be compared with the fourth molecule. Again you see 03 is lower than 04, so there will be no exchange of a data. Now this 04 will be compared with 05. Again you can see 04 is lower as compared to 05. So there will be no swapping of data or the exchange of data. So in this way you can do the bubble sorting Now in the bubble sorting, the first molecule will be compared with the second molecule, then the second molecule will be compared with the second location will be compared with your third location, then the third location will be compared with the fourth location, and fourth will be compared with the fifth location, because in our case we are having the 5 bytes of a data. So in this way, you can see that now you can see here. So when you are having 5 bytes of data, so you can see you are having how many iteration. So you have done here 4 iterations. It means that you can write number of iterations will be numbers minus 1. So 5 minus 1, that will be 4. And similarly, so there will be 4 comparison in a single iteration. Now you see there, this is the first comparison, then the second comparison, then the third comparison, and the fourth comparison. So in this way, you can obtain the formulas of number of iterations and number of comparisons. Okay, so you are having the 5 bytes of data from the memory location, and that is 3000, then 3001, and then 3002, then 3003, and 3004. So you are having the 5 bytes of data, and which was in the descending order, but you will have to arrange this block of 5 bytes of data in the ascending order. So how you are going to do that? So you see that 05 was coming first, then 04, 03, 02, and 01. So I have told you one thing, I think in some video, that when you are having the n bytes of data, then you will have to use the HL pair. It means that when HL will be having 3000, so M will come automatically. It means that whenever you are using HL pair in your program, that memory pointer is coming automatically. Now this memory pointer will be containing a data whose address is stored in the HL pair. So M will be having a data of 05. Now similarly, if you increment the value of the HL pair, now suppose this HL pair will be having 3001. So in this case, M will be having 04. Now you see the control is transferred from 3000 to 3001. So your HL pair register HL pair address has been changed. So now your memory pointer data is also changed. Now suppose if you change the HL pair address, let us say it is 3004, then in that case M will be having the data of 01. It means that if you are changing the HL pair address, then the memory pointer data is going to change automatically. And when you are using HL pair, it means memory pointer is also coming in the picture. Now in this case, we are having a 5 bytes of data, so we will be using the HL pair. Now suppose if you are having only a single byte of data, and if you want to load the accumulator, then LDA instruction will be used, that is LDA. And if you want to store anything from the accumulator to the memory location, then STA instruction will be used. So this is all about the LDA and the STA instruction. But in our case, we will be going for this HL pair. Now, how to develop a logic to do the arrangement in the ascending order? So we'll be using the HL pair. So now we will be storing first the address in the HL pair. So HL pair will be having 3000. It means that M will be having 05. But for comparison, you need two operands, because this comparison is a different type of subtraction. So it means that two operand will be required. It means we will have to store this memory data into some register. But you know that comparison is also an arithmetic operation. So when you are going to perform any arithmetic operation, your first operand is always coming from the accumulator. It means that you will have to store this memory data into accumulator only. You are having a stock of 6 general purpose register, But what the rule of the arithmetic operation says in the 8085, that the first operand is always coming from the accumulator and the result gets stored in the accumulator. But in this case, when you are doing the comparison, you will not get any result. Your only flags will get affected. So for comparison, your first operand is always accumulator. It means that you will have to transfer this memory data into the accumulator. So now accumulator will be having what value? That is, accumulator will be having 0, 5. Okay, so this memory is also having the same value and the accumulator is also having the same value. But we need to have two different values, because you see, you have to compare the 0, 5 with the 0, 4. So in that way, now how you are going to increase, how you are going to increase the how you are going to do the comparison. So how you are going to take the second operand? So if you want to take the second operand, then you can increase the HL pair address. So when you are increasing the HL pair address, it means now HL will be having which address? That is 3001. It means that your control will shift to the next location. It means that when HL will be having 3001, so memory will be having what data? 0, 4. Okay, so now you are having two operands in your hand. The first operand will be A, which is having the value 0, 5, and second operand will be having the 0, 4. So now you can do the simple comparison. So you can say, you see, A will be having 0, 5 and 0, 4. Now the fourth step will be A minus M. That is the comparison. Why I have written this negative sign or subtraction sign? Because there is a comparison, and comparison is a different type of subtraction. Okay, so what you will have to do means that if first operand is higher, so when the first operand is higher, when A is greater than M, it means what will happen? Carry is not going to generate. So carry will be equals to 0, because your first operand is higher. So you are not going to get any borrow or the carry. So carry will be equal to 0. And if this condition is satisfied, then you will have to do the swapping process. Why? Because 0, 5 is higher. So you will have to shift this 0, 5 in 3001, and this 0, 4 will be shifted to the 3000. Fine. So 0, 5, if 0, 5 is higher than 0, 4, then you will have to do the swapping process. It means that 0, 4 will be shifted to 3000 and 0, 5 will be shifted to 3001. Now, how you are going to do the swapping or the shifting process? So for swapping or shifting process, you need the help of third variable. So which variable you are going to use? Now suppose we will take the D variable, because just now I have told you that in the bubble sorting you will be requiring number of iteration and the number of comparison in the iteration, and you are having a stock of how many register? B, C, D, E, H and L. So we will be using number of iterations for B, number of comparison in the interactions for C will be used for number of comparisons in the iteration. So now you can take this D, because we want to exchange the contents of this memory location. And if you want to exchange the contents of the variable, you have to take the help of third variable, because in you cannot perform the swapping like a C language. So now you will be requiring this D. So what you are going to do now? Now you see A will be having 0, 5 and M will be having 0, 4. So you just have to shift this value of M into A, and A value will be shifted to the M. So how you are going to do that? So I have taken the third variable. So now you can see the M will be shifted to D. Fine. So when will M will be shifted to D? So D value will be equals to 0, 4. Fine. Now you can easily shift this A value into M. Why? Because you have already protected 04 into some other register. You have already stored this 04 into some other register, and that register is D. So now you can easily transfer, even if it will overlap, then it will not be having any problem. So A value will be shifted to the memory pointer. So now memory will be having what value? That is 05. Okay, so 05 will come here. So it means that 05 will come here. So you see, I am going to write this will be 05. But the problem is that this 04 should come in the 3000 memory location, but this is still having 05. You want to eliminate this. So how you are going to eliminate this? So how you are going to store 04 in this memory location? So for that, if you do a simple subtraction, you see, what we will do, we will decrease the content of HL pair. So what is going to happen? Now HL will be having which address? 3000. So M will be what? So M will be indicating to this data whose address is stored in the HL pair. Fine. So now you can easily transfer the D data into the M. So what you will get? M will be equals to 04. So directly this 04 is going to store in this location. So now 05 will be eliminated and you will get 04. But we have gone one step backward. So after doing this swapping or the shifting, we will again come back to our normal position. So here you have to this HL should be increased by 1. Fine. So this is the logic you will have to implement using the 8085 simulator, and we will be drawing a flow chart for this. So now how you are going to draw the flow chart? Okay, so flowchart means what? The graphical representation of the flow of the program. So your program will start from the start operation. So we will be writing the start operation. Okay, so start operation will be there. Then you will have to initialize something. Now you see that we are having 5 bytes of data. Initially your 05 was in the 3000 memory location, 04 was in 3001, then 03 will be in 3002, 02 will be in this, and 01 will be in this location. So we are having the 5 bytes of data. So when you are having the 5 bytes of data, so that time how many iterations are going to be performed? So you will be performing 4 number of iterations. So so you will have to store this iterations in some register. It means that you are going to perform this iteration process 4 times. That is numbers minus 1. So B will be 5 minus 1. So that is 04 hex. Fine. So after initializing the number of iterations, now you will have to store the value or address in the HL pair. So HL pair will be having what value? So HL will be 3000. Fine. So now you have to do the comparison. So how many comparisons will be there? You see 05, 04, 03, 02, 01. So this is your first comparison. That is between the first molecule and the second molecule. So then there will be a second comparison between second molecule and the third molecule. Now there will be third comparison. So 1, 2, 3, and this will be 4 comparisons. So it means that there will be 4 comparison in every iteration. So again you will have to initialize the number of comparisons. So again the formula will be numbers minus 1. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 minus 1, that is 04 hex. So after doing this initialization, now you have to write this entire logic in your flow chart. So what will be this? This is the operation because we are moving something. So M will be shifted to the accumulator. Then you see HL will be, just write all these things because I have already explained this. Now this A minus M, this is not a subtraction, this is the comparison. So it will be A minus 1, and this is another type of subtraction, you can say. So you see carry will be equals to 1. So when you are doing this, when the carry is not generated, it means that you are doing this process when the carry is not generated. So we are writing no. Now in this box, we are going to write each and everything which we have written here. So M will be shifted to the D, then A will be shifted to the M, then HL will be incremented. Just follow each and everything. HL minus 1, then D will be again shifted to M. So why you are using D? Because we want to swap the two variables, and for swapping the two variables in the 8085 you will be requiring the help of the third variable. So HL plus 1. So this is the shifting process we have done. Now this is about your first iteration. So now you see that yes will be there. Okay, because you are jumping. Suppose if your first variable is smaller as compared to the second variable, then you will have to skip this process. So now your first comparison has been done. So you will have to go for the second comparison, and we have already initialized our comparison as 04 hex. So C will be decreased by 1. So now you will have to check whether it is 0 or whether it is 0 or 1, or not 0, sorry, or not 0. So it will be compared, that is 0 or not. If it is not, then you will have to go for second comparison. We have done only the first comparison, so you will have to go for, how many comparison, that is 4 comparison, and you are decrementing the comparison value. So no will be going where you have initialized the comparisons here. So it will just come after this. Okay, so this one is your comparison. Okay, so when you done with all the comparison, then your control will come out of this loop. Fine. So when your control is coming out of the loop, that is yes. Now you do the decrementation of the iterations. Iterations means what? This is when your 05 will be shifted in this position. So that will be your first iteration. So now you have to shift 04 in the 04 just before your 05. So you are going to perform the second iteration. So what you have to decrease? B minus 1. So again checking Z will be equals to 1. If it is not, then what you have to do? Then you will have to go where? Okay, so you have initialized here. So you have to do here. Okay, so this is Z equals to 1. And when you are jumping here, when the no is there, now this is yes, and this one is stop. Okay, so it means that we are going to arrange all the bytes of data from the same memory location. So if you want to arrange your bytes of data in other memory location, then the subroutine will be used. So now we are going to write these instructions in the assembly level language programming because we are done with our flowchart. So the main thing which you have to remember is to develop the logic. If you are able to develop the logic, then you can easily draw the flowchart. And if the flowchart is drawn properly, then you can write the set of instructions in a more lucid way. So now we'll be writing the instructions. So MVI 04 hex. So we're changing the color. So LXI H comma 3000 hex, then the MVI C comma 04 hex. Now you can see here, because you see when you are using MVI instruction, it means that two memory location is going to be used, because this is a double byte instruction. So instead of using the double byte instruction, why not to use, or you can write here, because you have already stored 04 value into the B. So instead of writing this MVI, because this is going to take two memory location, and your entire speed will be reduced by some seconds. So instead of doing all this, why not to go for the single byte instruction? So in this, you what you are going to do, you are going to store the value of B into the register C. So now in this case, we'll be using this because we want to make our system more efficient, more reliable, and more faster. So move C comma B, then that will be move A comma M. So you are incrementing the HL pair, so INX H, then comparison has been made, compare CMP M, then you are jumping when the carry has been generated. So it means that this is A greater than M, and this one is A less than M. So jump if carry, so you can write here J1. So now there is a movement of data, that is move D comma M, then move M comma A, then DCX H, then move M comma D, sorry, then you will have to increment, that is INX H, then decrement of C, then you are using the jump instruction because you are checking the zero flag. So jump if not zero J2, so where it is jumping, um, it is jumping here, so J2 will be there. No DCR B, so where it is jumping, jump if not zero, J3 will be there. So it will come here, so J3 will be coming here, and now it is HLT. So in this way you can write a simple program for arrangement of the block of 5 byte of data in the ascending order. Now similarly, you can go for the arrangement of a data in the descending order. So just you will have to do one thing, that is instead of writing JC, you will have to write jump if not carry. So now we are going to execute this program in the 8085 simulator. So now this is the flowchart which we have just drawn in the open board, and these are the set of instructions which we are going to write after drawing the flowchart. So now you have to draw the opcode table. So now in the opcode table, three columns are required. The first one is the memory address, because from this memory address, which is the starting address of our program, we are going to store all the instruction, that is the mnemonics. So now we will try to differentiate between a single byte instruction, double byte instruction, or a triple byte instruction. Now single byte instruction is going to take one memory location, double byte instruction is going to take two memory location, and triple byte instruction is going to take three memory locations. So we'll be splitting that thing accordingly, and we will be storing the opcode first, then the data. So now in this case, if you refer the opcode table, if you are having the opcode table with you, so you just refer MVIB. Now this is the 8-bit data. So what is the opcode of MVIB? So that is 06 hex. then 04. Now you know that I always use the starting address to store all the program instructions from 2000 hex, and I always store the input variables from 3000 hex, and I always check the result at 3500 hex. But now in our case, we are not checking our result in any other memory location because we have to arrange the data from the same location, and that too in the ascending order. Now, if you refer the opcode table for Alexa Edge, then you will get 21, then 0030, then move C comma V 48, then move A comma A comma M 7E. Now, in this case, you see your first loop, that is jump if carry J1. So this J1 will be coming here. So it means that you will have to write the address of DCRC. So the address of the DCRC will be what? That is 2001. So you will have to write this address here. That is jump if carry 2011. So what will be stored in this instruction? The first opcode will be stored, then the lower byte, lower 8-bit data, and the higher 8-bit data. So DA, then 11, then 20. So now jump if not carry 2006 because you are jumping in the upward direction. So you will have to write the address of that. So where you are jumping. So 2006. This is a branching instruction, and DCRB jump if not 0 2002 HLT. So now after drawing the opcode table, we will be storing all the instructions in our 8085 simulator from the address 2000 hex. So now this is the 8085 simulator, and in the 8085 simulator we are going to store the program and the input variables. So you know that the program is always stored from 2000 hex, and the input variables are stored from 3000. Fine, so we'll be starting with the storing of the set of instruction. So the reset, then the substitute memory. So now here two controls will be there. The first one is the address field and the second one is the data field. So we'll be storing that. So our starting address is 2000 hex. So when you click on the next, your control will come from the address field to the data field. So 2000 here, so that is 06. So 06, then I think it was 04. So 04 we will write, then 21, 21, then 000, then 2004 I think it was 30, then 48, then 7E, 2006 7E, 2007 23, 23, then I think it was BE, so BE, then I think it was DA, then 2009 was there, 11, DA over, then 11, then 20, then I think it was 56, then 77, then 2000 E, 56, 77, 2000 E, 2B, 72, so 2000 E, 2B, then 72, then 23, 2010 it was Okay. What something I made a mistake in 2000 E 2000 D it was 77. In 2000 E it was 2B. Okay. Then in 2000 F it was 72. So you will have to be careful while storing all this. So 2011 0D 0D, then C2 C2 06 20 05 C2 02 20. Just take again whether we have stored all the things right or not. It is 76. Okay, so right. So now we have stored all the program instruction. So now we are going to store the input variables, which we have to arrange in the ascending order. So again, reset, substitute memory. So the address you have to write. Now you have to shift this control from the address to the data field. So right. So the first data was 05. Then 04, this is very easy, 04. Then the next data 03, 03, then 02 and 01. So this and one more next. Okay. So in this way we have stored all the input variables. Now you will have to check whether whether we will get the same result or not. But first, before checking the result, you will have to execute. And for execution, one thing you will have to remember, that is go to the starting address and execute. So reset, go to the starting address. So the starting address is 2000, starting 2000, and execute. So after executing, this E will come in your screen. Now reset, substitute memory. Now you want to check whether you have arranged your block of 5 byte of data in the ascending order or not. So 3000. Okay, so 01 is coming. It means that we have sorted our first data. Then 02, okay, it is right. Then 03, 04, and 05. Okay, so our program is very right. And whatever program we have uh, we have written in the open board, and whatever logic we have developed, that was absolutely right. So in this way, you can arrange the 5 byte of data in the ascending order using the bubble sort. Now, if you want to arrange your 5 bytes of data in the descending order, then you have to do only one thing, and that is jump if not carry. So here you have to write jump if not carry, and other things will remain same. And try this program, that is arranging the block of 5 byte of data in the descending order. So with this, we will try to end our today's video. So till then, goodbye.